The celebration of New Year's Eve in Times Square, located in the heart of Manhattan, New York City, has become an iconic global event. Here is a brief history of how this tradition came about. 1. Early beginnings. The New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square traces its roots back to the early 20th century. Before this event gained prominence, New Yorkers would typically celebrate the holiday with private parties, fireworks, and other festivities. 2. The first ball drop, 1907. The tradition of the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square officially began on December 31, 1907. That year, the owner of the New York Times newspaper, Adolph Ochs, wanted to celebrate the opening of the paper's new headquarters in Times Square. To make the event stand out, he commissioned the construction of a large, illuminated ball. 3. The original ball. The first New Year's Eve ball was made of iron and wood, covered with light bulbs. It was 5 feet in diameter and weighed 700 pounds, and was manually lowered down a flagpole at midnight to signal the start of the new year. Approximately 200,000 people attended this inaugural event. 4. Evolution of the ball. Over the years, the Times Square New Year's Eve ball has undergone several design changes and upgrades. In 1920, a 400-pound ball made of wrought iron replaced the original. In 1955, a 150-pound aluminum ball with 6-foot diameter introduced. The current version of the ball, which debuted in 2008, is a geodesic sphere covered in LED lights and Waterford crystal panels, weighing nearly 12,000 pounds. Growth in popularity. The New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square continued to grow in popularity throughout the 20th century. It became a symbol of the city's spirit and resilience, even during difficult times like the Great Depression and World War II. 6. Television broadcast. In 1972, the event took on a new dimension when it was first broadcast live on television. The broadcast allowed millions of people worldwide to join in the celebration and watch the ball drop from the comfort of their homes. 7. Security and crowd management. Due to the large crowds that gather in Times Square each year, security and crowd management have become essential aspects of the event. The New York City Police Department, NYPD, plays a significant role in ensuring the safety of the attendees. 8. Contemporary celebration. Today, the Times Square New Year's Eve celebration typically features live musical performances, celebrity appearances, and the iconic ball drop. It continues to draw enormous crowds from around the world, with people gathering hours in advance to secure a spot. New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square is among some of the most iconic and celebrated New Year's Eve events in the world. Here are some key aspects of the event. 1. Ball drop. The centerpiece of the Times Square New Year's Eve celebration is the famous ball drop. A large, illuminated ball covered in thousands of LED lights and Waterford crystal panels descends from the flagpole atop One Times Square as the countdown to midnight begins. The ball drop is synchronized with the final seconds of the year, and when it reaches the bottom, the new year is officially welcomed. 2. Crowds. Times Square attracts an enormous crowd of spectators from all over the world, with estimates often reaching over 1 million people in attendance. These revelers gather hours before midnight to secure a spot with a view of the ball drop. The atmosphere is electric, with music, live performances, and a palpable sense of excitement in the air. 3. Live performances. The New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square features live musical performances by popular artists and celebrities. These performances are often broadcast on television, allowing viewers around the world to enjoy the festivities. 4. Countdown. As the clock approaches midnight, there is a synchronized countdown led by the crowd, with the numbers displayed on large digital screens. The final countdown seconds are accompanied by cheers and the anticipation of the ball drop. 5. Confetti and fireworks. When the ball reaches the bottom and the new year officially begins, a massive amount of colorful confetti is released from rooftops and buildings in Times Square, creating a spectacular visual effect. Additionally, there may be fireworks displays in the area to mark the occasion. 6. Security. Due to the large crowds and the event's high-profile nature, security measures are extensive to ensure the safety of attendees. Streets leading to Times Square are often closed to vehicular traffic, and there is a significant police presence. 7. Television broadcast. The Times Square New Year's Eve celebration is broadcast live on television networks, allowing people worldwide to participate in the festivities from the comfort of their homes. 8. Tradition. Celebrating New Year's Eve in Times Square has become a tradition for many people, and it is often on the bucket list of travelers and tourists. It's important to note that attending the Times Square celebration in person can be challenging due to the large crowds and logistical considerations. Those who choose to attend should plan ahead, arrive early, and be prepared for a festive but crowded environment. Many also dress warmly, as the event takes place during the winter months.